football. It's Shabalala.
And here Van Persie. Fantastic goal. He's just headed Materazzi in the middle of the chest.
Ronaldo. Oh, genius! Absolute genius!
Give it to him and pray. Oh, he's done it! It had to be Messi!
Hello and welcome to the World Cup show by Flowless Sports. We have just completed the group stages and what a historic group stages we've had. It's been so entertaining, so exciting and so unpredictable. With not a single team winning all three of their group games, we have an unpredictable and exciting knockout stages up ahead. The bracket has been divided into two, with the top bracket and the bottom bracket. In the top bracket we have Netherlands versus USA as the first match of this knockout stages, and we have Netherlands who were shaky but they were solid in the end. Cody Gakpo coming up with the goals and scoring. On the other hand, USA, they were surprising. They got a draw against England and won on the last day against Iran. So USA looking stronger than we expected. Netherlands not as strong as expected, although I think personally Netherlands will go through. On the other hand, we have the team of Messi, Lionel Messi, with Argentina. After a shock result in the first match, losing to Saudi Arabia, they managed to scrape it and win their last two games. On the other hand, their opponents, Australia, they've done very well to overachieve and reach the knockout stages of this World Cup. They didn't have many expectations coming into this tournament, but they've done extremely well to progress in the group that they had. Although I feel like Argentina has been improving throughout the group stages, and in the last game we saw them put up a good performance, so I feel like Argentina will go through in this one. Moving on to the right side of this top bracket, and first up we have Japan versus Croatia, the Asian side which beat Germany and Spain in the group stages, and they looked very strong and solid at the back. They'll be looking to move and progress into the quarterfinals. And looking on the other side, their opponents, Croatia, the finalists from the last World Cup. In the group stages they didn't look too bad, although they know each other and this team has played with each other for a while and doing well in these kinds of tournaments. So they'll come into this with a lot of confidence and the experience of going through in this high pressure games. So I believe this will be a tough one to call. I would love to see Japan go through, but I feel that Croatia and their experience in these situations will come through for them. The second game of this right side of the top bracket is Brazil versus South Korea. South Korea winning in the 91st minute of the group stage game against Portugal in order to get through and knock out Uruguay from this World Cup. So South Korea will be coming into this match with a lot of confidence. On the other hand, we have Brazil, the favorites of this tournament. They looked really good in the group stages and in the last match, although they did lose to Cameroon, so which will be an upset, although they had a rotated team and they were resting some key players. In terms of this match, we'll have Neymar back, hopefully, for Brazil and for everyone watching. So I feel like even though Korea has been good, I feel that Brazil will have too much and they'll progress onto the next stage. So that is the makeup of the top bracket of this World Cup, and in terms of the rules, the winners of these two teams will play in the quarterfinals and eventually those two winners will play in the semifinals. So out of these 8 teams, only one of them will play the finals of this World Cup. But we can move on to the bottom bracket of the knockout stages. On this side of the bracket, we have England versus Senegal kicking us off, with England looking good and winning their last group game versus their neighbours in Wales. They had a rotated 11 and still managed to get a great result and a good performance, with Rashford getting a few goals also. This is good signs for England as they are able to rotate and keep key players rested, as Bukayo Saka was not featured heavily in this match. In terms of Senegal, they've done really well, especially without Sadio Mane. They've been solid and they've managed to scrape it through to the knockout stages. This will be an interesting matchup, as Senegal, historically a good defensive side. Even England, not too bad defensively, but has a lot of attacking talent. So this could be a one-sided match in terms of possession, with England dominating the match. However, Senegal do pose a threat on the counter. So in my opinion, I predict Senegal to go through, and I think this is going to be the end for England and Gareth Southgate. Next up, we have France playing in full flow and playing amazing in the group stages. They've done decently and playing the way we've come to expect them to play as the world champions. Kylian Mbappe looks on fire and pretty much the best player in the world, if not one of. Their opponents Poland now facing this juggernaut of a team with their star man Lewandowski playing well, and they will be proud of themselves to have made it this far in this tournament. However, in terms of my prediction, I believe France will go through easily, and no disrespect to Poland, but I feel that they will not pose enough of a threat to this France team. Moving on onto the right side of this bottom bracket, we have Spain versus Morocco. Spain starting off well, winning 7-0 in their first match. However, they dropped off. In their second match, they got a draw versus Germany and lost in their last match to Japan, who are a good team. So when they have faced decent opposition, they haven't been there at their best, even though we've seen some good patterns of play and attacking positioning. In terms of their opponents, we have Morocco, who have only conceded one goal this tournament, and that was an own goal. Their team is clicking, Ziyech is looking good, Hakimi is looking good, and their striker En-Nesyri is looking good. So I'm expecting this to be a big match, and we could see a surprise here. I could see Morocco going through in this match, but I'm not too sure. I think that Spain have enough quality, and their manager Luis Enrique has experience in these high pressure situations. So just based on Luis Enrique, I'm gonna say Spain go through. And last but not least, we have Portugal versus Switzerland. Portugal losing their last match to South Korea in the 91st minute. However, they had already qualified as top in the group, so maybe they had let off the gas and the players were trying to not use up energy and save it for the knockout stages. On the other hand, Switzerland, they've been very good, only losing one game, and that was to Brazil in the last few moments to a deflected goal by Casemiro. Switzerland looked really good in a high pressure match versus Serbia, and their captain Granit Xhaka turned up again. So I'm expecting this to be a feisty match, and I'm expecting Switzerland to go through. Yes, this could be the end for Portugal in my opinion, and they could go out to Switzerland, who are a very well organized and coached unit. That brings us to the end of the whole bracket, and the same rules apply as the top bracket. The quarterfinals, all the winners will play, and then moving on to the semi-finals. So only one of the 8 teams in the bottom bracket will go on to play the finals. And that is it for this preview and predictions of the round of 16. I am definitely excited for this tournament, and it's getting heated up. I can't wait to see what it has in store for us now. So thank you so much. If you kept watching throughout the video, we appreciate it. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave any comments that you have, suggestions, any criticisms, anything. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.